It's Neeko Bond Dog, and we had the smoke station where we smoke, be real, let you tell your story, and then we got a special guest. When you talking about Brooklyn, when you talk about New York, when you talk about being from the park, when you talk about the AFD, when you talk about having big ties in Baltimore, DC, and Virginia, when you talk about two blood brothers, when you talk about being real twins and not on no fake shit, when you talk about being fraternal, when you talk about the cancer gang, when you talk about Boy Bucket, when you talk about the one that loves the dogs, when you talk about training dogs, when you talk about the one that's soon to have Kim's, when you talk about bringing real hip hop, being a group, being a dynamic rap duo, when you talk about the one that started in 2005, when you talk about being compared to Outkast, when you talk about being a recording artist, having a unique sound and flow, when you talk about having relentless punchlines, real rhyme schemes, them witty flow patterns, when you talk about having your business and paperwork all official, when you talk about getting toured by any means, when you talk about being in the military, when you talk about being army vets, when you talk about being put on front line to go out war out Afghanistan, when you talk about having major artillery, when you talk about the double-sided story, when you talk about delivering deep messages, when you talk about really investing in your career and in yourself, when you talk about taking risk and trust in the process, when you talk about moving militant, real dedication, longevity, and consistency, and being determined, when you talk about real fatherhood,
respect,
when you talk about being Caribbean, when you talk about the one that love horses, when you talk about doing song reviews, one pick equals 1,000 poems, when you talk about smoking on expensive cigars, and when you talk about the undisputed underground kings,
undisputed, baby,
the twin kings.
Respect. Yo, salute, dog.
Already,
That's love, bro. That's love. That's love.
Now, as far as around that pandemic, did it affect you and your people and so how?
Hell yeah. The pandemic, nah, it didn't really stop and move anything.
Hold up though.
But it did.
How y'all twins and y'all brothers and you say it ain't stopped shit, but he straight say yeah.
Cause it did, but it didn't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it didn't stop us from grinding, and we always gonna continue grinding. You know what I'm saying? Do what we gotta do. But
facts.
As far as like, did it stop a lot of shit? Hell yeah. We wanted to, do a lot more shows. We wanted to do a lot more, you know what I'm saying, interviews, podcasts. Let people get to know who we are.
Real shit.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that definitely won't stand still. That's what the pandemic does.
But mostly, like, we wanted to make sure that the reason why I said it didn't stop something because we adapted with it. Right. Us being in a whole bunch of different climates and environments and stuff like that, we just go with the flow. So it's like if shit got to change, then we just adapt and accomplish our mission.
Facts.
Facts.
Now, for those who don't know how many siblings y'all got besides y'all being each other.
All right, well, yeah,
4 of us total.
Yeah,
4 of us total, but really it's 8. We got godparents and got other siblings to do.
Real shit. Shout out to them.
Facts. So, Brothers Anonymous, you heard.
Now, for those who don't know how many kids y'all got.
I got 2.
And I got 1.
Oh, all
So
right.
3 total.
What you? How many you got?
I got 2 boys.
2 because my dog is like my kid too, dog. Big ass baby, dog. But nah,
Yeah, dog, funny.
yeah, he's fucking hilarious. Big as shit, 120-pound monster. People move the fuck out the way when I walk him.
Yeah, that nigga's big. That's a big motherfucker.
Big motherfucker.
Having flashbacks.
Yeah, big motherfucker.
Now, for those who don't know, what's your name and what's yours? Because for one, they get y'all confused because it's twins, and 2, they get y'all confused just because y'all group.
So I go by Prophecy Twin, and he goes by Mad King. But we've had so many different names throughout the years, but those 2 will probably stick. But most of the time, we just tell people call us Twin because you're probably gonna get confused when you talk to us.
Right?
Yeah, like, all the time. And then, like, as far as the artistry name, 2Wiin Kingz, obviously, I go by King, he go by Twin, so 2Wiin King. Right. You know what I'm saying? We bring together, bring 2, so 2 Twin Kings. So
Facts.
Now,
And that's trademark, bitches.
And then that's funny too, that y'all twins, because I'm twin.
Word?
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Connection, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my father's twin too. You can tell
Oh, man, hey, shit, yeah, you know what they say, running the family, bro.
Glomerate, you heard?
The bullshit spread like wildfire.
Fact. Now, for those who don't know, what area y'all Brooklyn in New York? Or in Brooklyn, I should say.
East Flatbush.
In the 40s. If you know, you know.
Avenue G is Connect.
Facts. Dark Side is Connect too.
Now, how was it for y'all going to Brooklyn? What y'all relations y'all feel like y'all went through?
Ah, shit. It was rough.
We did a lot.
Yeah, it was rough.
We did a lot.
I mean, we didn't grow up in the best of circumstances, obviously, you know what I'm saying? But we never let our education falter, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we always pride ourselves in passing all our classes, because that was one of the promises my father made. You do whatever the fuck you want as long as you know what I'm saying, as long as you got honor roll or whatever the case is. So that's what we did, you know what I'm saying? Hey, he's like, hey, I asked your class, yo, let me, can I get a tattoo? my pops was like, yo, I was like, yo, can I get a tattoo? He was like, you name honor roll? He was like, I was like, nah. He was like, well, you can't do shit until you get that.
Right.
Ever since then, we've been straight honor roll students. You know what I'm saying?
Honors.
National Honor Society, because we wanted to do whatever the fuck we wanted. He was like, he ain't gonna question it, say less.
And school is easy, kids. We'll tell you, they give you all the information up front. Just pay attention.
But as far as like the jungle, yeah, we was out there. We was in the jungle, so we ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying, shy away from that.
Hey, dark side is connect. If you know, you know.
We did a lot of that shit too, so.
Now, what made y'all feel like y'all wanted to enlist yourself in the army? And both of y'all.
Last
resort, man.
Yeah, it was the last resort, man. We like legit, bro. If the army saved us, because if we didn't join the army, bro, we would have been in jail without question.
Easily.
The route that we was going, I was like, yo, fuck that, bro. Sign it up, bro. How much you gonna give me 3 hots in a cot? I'm with it.
No cap.
And I'm not in jail? Okay.
We wasn't eating 3 times
And
a
you
day
gonna pay
type
me?
shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like we was barely eating maybe once a day.
Bro, if that, bro.
So we was out there not only we starving, you know
Split
what
the
I'm saying?
pizzas, bro.
We was like, fuck it. You know,
So
when you
you-
had to go to the store, you buy your little slice of pizza. Me and this nigga
Yeah.
splitting that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's kind of how, like,
Slice.
you know, yeah, we split
No
the
cap.
slice.
Specific.
Yeah, we split the slice of pizza. You know what I'm saying? You know,
And at that
New York
time
shit
in New York, the
break.
slice was at that time in New York, the slices was $2.
Yeah, so we used to split that.
Extrapolate that. It's a word for y'all.
So for us, it's like, hey man, when you ask us why we joined the army to, 1, escape our situation.
2, get paid.
2, get paid for, and shit, it was 3 fucking hot meals and a damn, you know what I'm saying? I was like, what the fuck you want me to do, boss, at that point? You know what I'm saying? So,
You said run 2 miles?
fuck
Okay.
it. It's like, hey, I'm eating after that shit too? Say
Okay.
less. Fuck
Oh, I
that
gotta
2
go to
miles.
war? Here's a gun? Okay.
I'll shoot somebody
You want to
too.
train me how to, you want me to learn how to kill people? Okay.
No shit.
Yes, okay. You gonna pay me for all that?
That's a plus.
Sign me up, boss. And what do they do? Put me on the front lines.
Yeah, no shit.
Let's go.
Fucking took 2 bombs for this fucking country.
Word up.
Now,
Crazy. Crazy. That's a crazy story in itself. Good God.
Who you feel like raised you more, your mother, your grandmother, and why?
Our grandmother, our mother passed away when we were a child.
Trying to be alive.
Appreciate that. You know what I mean? But our grandmother did a lot. My
She
father
still
did
here?
a lot. Yeah, she did.
And that's a blessing. And y'all take more time and more consideration with her still being here.
Oh yeah.
Because mine ain't in them. I just
Sorry
lost
to
mine
hear that. Sorry for your loss.
in the beginning of this year. In January.
Bro.
Yeah, that's rough, bro. Like literally, we on land in Grenada, so I'm going back there to help her build that house.
Right. Real shit, man.
That's what men do.
Now, being as though you got hit in the war.
Twice.
Right, twice.
You want to elaborate on that?
Huh?
You want us to elaborate on that?
I'll
Huh?
tell you.
I would
So,
love, but he already started.
I'll tell the
In the
story.
blast.
Yeah, I'll tell the story. First time the scared the living shit out of me, made me wake up like, oh shit, yo, you at war, nigga, wake up. I was like, oh shit, I was being complacent, blah blah. Like you see it, cause we got motor like every day. And for those who don't know what that is, they shoot rockets from a distance through like this tube. You just drop it in there and they shoot it on the fob. So like when we were stationed at, we were getting hit every day. So you naturally get accustomed to it, you get used to it and stuff like that. So like the first one, your sergeant's yelling at you, get the fuck up and get in the bunkers, da da da, get the fuck out of here. And we like, everybody's fucking rushing, putting on their shit, and they fucking run to the bunkers and shit like that. But and then after like 3 months of that shit, you hear the whistle and you like, yeah, that shit gonna be outside. Fuck that. And you just fucking roll back over and go to sleep.
Yeah, I don't even get out of bed at that point.
At all, bro.
I think after when you said 3 months, shit, it took me 2 weeks.
No cap, bro.
Shit, after like getting molded the first couple times, I was like,
And you lose sleep,
I'm
you
not
lose that
running
much
out
sleep,
the
you like, man, fuck it if it hit this 10 it hit.
Yeah, no shit.
You know what I mean? But the second time I got hit was we was on transport. I can't speak too much about the mission, but we was on transport. I was the scout gunner in the lead gun truck. So I was up there on the turret, you know what I'm saying, doing the scout for the rest of the convoy to come. And I don't know, out of nowhere it was boom! No cap, just like that. Out of nowhere it was boom! I mean, like I fucking truck went like 15 feet in the air. I came down, my face hit the back of the 50 cal.
Damn.
Knocked me out cold. I was asleep. You know what I'm saying? So I had to have like partial plastic facial reconstruction. I got like plates, pins, and screws in my face. So yeah, shit was wild.
Hey, when you came out, them doctors did a good job.
Hey, bro. Hey, speaking of that, bro, I swear to God, I looked at my doctor. He was like, yo, you in the table that a lot of women want to be in right now. So what you want to look like? I looked at this nigga and I said,
We can customize.
Denzel. No cat. That's like Denzel. I said, at the time this nigga was hot. So at the time that nigga just made the GQ magazine. I was like, I said, make it look like Denzel. He was like, you serious? You serious? I said, nah. I was like, nah, nigga, nah. So the nigga was like, nah. So I took out a picture. I said, yo, bro, let me look like this nigga, which was this nigga. So he did it. I thought it was funny as hell.
And then it's funny you told make sure I look like him the whole time.
The whole time he does look like him. He did that.
He already looked like him.
Okay.
He just wanted his real face back.
That was the pun. He said, "This is a picture of you." I said, "Nah, it's my brother." He said, "Y'all twins?" He said, "I got you." Yeah, that shit was
I remember the day he got hit, matter of fact. You know what I'm saying?
We both was in Afghanistan.
We was pretty much, I think I was like maybe 3 months into my tour in Afghanistan when his unit came over.
Yeah.
But we were in 2 different regions. But
I was in RC East, he was in RC South.
No, I was RC East. You was up north.
Oh yeah, you probably further down right.
Yeah. So the for me, long story short, I remember the day he got hit because my unit knew I had a twin brother serving. So they was like, when he got hit, I was in the guard shack. Huh?
They do the alert you.
Yeah. So I didn't know anything about it. I'm in the guard shack. I'm doing my little, you know what I'm saying, my little guard duty, whatever. And I remember I see this motherfucker running with all this gear, hustling, skipping over rocks and shit. I'm like, so I point my gun down like, hey, the fuck, yo, because I didn't know who the fuck it was. It was dark as fuck. So I'm like, yo, who the fuck is that? So having my man Philly was like, bitch, yo, you need to go to the command center. So I'm like, fuck, what? And he's like, he's out of breath and shit. He must have ran mad far. He was out of breath.
Shout out to Philly, you fat motherfucker.
That motherfucker was like, your brother. Your brother. I said, all right, fuck. So I grabbed all my shit. I run out of command center. They had like everybody there. They was like, hey, you know it's gonna be all right. I'm like, yo, look. I said, fucking screw the bullshit. Is he alive? They was like, yes. I said, all right, fucking, we good then. So they was like, all right, bet. I said, we good. And then I remember I was laughing and smiling with them or whatever. I said, what happened? They told me what happened. And I had a great command team. They had a whole chopper spun up. They had a whole chopper spun up for me to hurry up and get to where he at to reassure him that he gonna make it type of thing. Yeah, but he ended up getting on the flight to go to get his surgery immediately. So they ended up dying down the chopper or whatever. And I ended up calling him when he got to the out of surgery and all that shit though. So he was dope.
But now it was crazy because like I still can't feel the left side of my face. So like, you know, I didn't realize how crazy. Matter of fact, let me get into the detail. So mind you, I'm in the gunner's hatch. So when the bomb happened, I'm out cold, right? We hit like a mud wall, and then the truck flipped. And my TC's job is to grab the gunner, which is me, and hold me in the seat, so I don't fucking flip around and break my fucking neck. You know, as the truck's rolling over. Right. So he grabs me, mind you, this is my nigga Song Wash, shout to Song Wash. So he's like, he holds me or whatever, and I never forget, I come to, and all I know is I'm sitting on his lap. So I'm just telling you what I said at the time, I mean no offense to this. But I sit on his lap, and he's like, yo, you gonna be good, Mitch. He's shaking me, he's like, you gonna be good, yo, you gonna be good. I said, what? I said, first of all, this is gay. Why the fuck am I on your lap, bro? So he said, nah, you gonna be good. So when I turned around and looked at him, bro, and he saw my face, he was like, ooh. Bro, mind you, I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't even remember the past like 5 minutes to what the fuck happened. He's like, yo, ooh. I said, bro, I looked at him, I said, ooh, what? Fuck you mean, ooh? What's wrong with my face, nigga? And as soon as I said that and I looked down, I saw the blood, I was like, fuck! Yeah. I said, bro, we got hit. He's like, yeah, bro, you're gonna be good. I said, not my face, dog. I grabbed the 249, racked the whole shit, and was like, I'm trying to fucking go through the fucking back through the goddamn gunner's hatch. Like, nah, fuck that. And I'm fucking, it was crazy. It was wild crazy. He held me down, though. Fucking shout out to Southwest. It's funny shit. Yeah. He'll tell you the other half of that story. I was wilding. I was wilding.
What's some pros you felt like from going to the military with some cons?
Pros, man, discipline. It was discipline, freaking structure, and I would say attention to detail and composure. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean,
being calm under pressure.
Yeah, because I mean, I definitely like a lot of people. They like, yeah, I take a little bit. I know a lot of people. They take a lot of, you know, especially when shit gets hazy or shit gets crazy. A lot of people they start acting a little different. You know what I'm saying? Like
start pandering.
You know, they start pandering and getting the jitters and shit like that. I don't get that. And I don't know if that was because of the military or if that was just my upbringing, but when shots start ringing, I don't. Like now it's like okay, I kind of like try to analyze the threat.
Count.
Like,
You start now. The biggest thing is
I don't. Like I just
count the clips now.
Yeah, like now I'm like I understand like attention detail. How many shots was fired? Who was firing? Where is it coming from? If it's dark, is there a muzzle flash? Like little things like that.
Like
I think
small
are pros.
things like that.
I think those are pros. Like as far as like
It is.
understanding shit, and then also leadership. You know what I mean? I learned a lot of leadership being in the military as well. Like understanding how to take control of the situation, understanding how understand the full spectrum of things. Don't just try to just run with the pack kind of thing. Just pay attention to what's going on. You know what I'm saying? As far as cons, I would say, it's a lot of cons. Trauma, PTSD.
Trauma.
I mean, shit you gotta live with forever. You know what I'm saying? My wife still deals with shit that I dealt with since I was in the service. You know what I'm saying? So injuries, the aches and pains that you wouldn't have thought of. I deal with all that shit. You know what I'm saying? On a daily basis. So I would say that's definitely a con.
Airborne, we jump out of perfectly
jump out of
planes
too, you heard? Hey, for all my airborne guys, you know what I'm saying? But and I was a jump master too, you heard? Hey, check this out.
Airborne?
So I would say that's definitely a con. You know what I mean? As far as like,
I'm gonna keep fucking with you. Gotta make it entertaining, you know what I'm saying?
It's fun. Now, what made y'all want to start music?
Start me? Nah, we've been doing this shit since we was like 9, bro. To be honest with you, we never really stopped making music. Depending on circumstances, obviously things happen in life where you got to make a roadblock, stop sometimes. Shift gears or something else. Like no different to take care of your family. You're gonna obviously have to take care of your family. If that means you lost your job, you actually go look for another one. You might not be able to get as much Christmas gifts you wanted this year. But you get to bounce back next year. And that's kind of how we looked at music. Music was like our baby. We always gonna have it there. We always gonna do it. And we always called each other, recreate the stuff, coming up with different ideas. He'll send me a beat, I rap on it, and then he'll send his stuff and he rapped on. Shit like that. So even though we were distant from each other, we were still always talking and communicating.
I think the first time was that time in Soundview Park where hip hop really started. That was when we first got our first taste of the shit. Like we went up to New York. At that time we was living in Maryland. Because this is before we actually fully lived in New York. Yeah. So we was out here in Maryland. My pops sent us up to New York to spend time with our cousins and shit like that for the summer break or whatever.
Up in the Bronx.
Up in the Bronx. 233rd and White Plains.
Yeah.
Shout out. So my cousin.
From New York.
Yeah, but still, if you know, you know.
My whole father's out of New York.
Word?
Yeah. Bronx, Harlem, Queens.
Really?
Yeah, man. You might have crossed paths, you never know.
Could've. No caps.
Far from Ewok.
Ewok. Okay.
Ewok Project.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So, my cousin, he always was dope as fuck freestyling. He would freestyle on the spot randomly, about whatever the
rap bars.
And he took us to the park because the biddy that he was with went up there and she was like, "Yo, I want to take my kiddos to the park. This and the third. You should bring your little cuz. This and the third." So we just tagged along. And we was when we got up there, I remember we jumped off the train. I forgot what the fuck stop that was, but we were walking to the park. And as we were walking to the park, we seen our first cipher. I was 9 years old, we kids. But I see black men huddled up, and everybody's rowdy or whatever. People was reacting.
One dude was doing the little
beatbox and shit. Yeah,
I was like, this shit.
Niggas was doing the beatbox and shit. This is before phones, nigga, real phones.
And motherfuckers had little Walkmans and shit like
that.
Yeah,
niggas out there beatboxing. Motherfucker, my cousin I'm talking about just off of respect. Dude walked up, my cousin walked up and was like, "Yo, I'm happy." He waited for the dude to have a break in his verse and just jumped in and kept going. And I seen people reacting. People was
crazy.
And I was like, "Damn, yo, you just did that on the whim, the fuck? I wanna be like that. I wanna get that good." And that was our first time.
He's still alive?
Yeah. Shout out to him. And then I remember we went home that night and he brought us out. He bought us 2 little notebooks or whatever, and then we sat in his crib and we wrote our first rhyme. And he helped us structure it, understand how to write it and shit like that. He actually walked us down how to do it, and from that moment on,
it was a napkin, bro.
Yeah, it was right. It was a napkin. He wasn't even a notebook. Yeah. He got us the notebook after he finished. Yeah, because we wrote that shit on a fucking napkin. You know what I'm saying? And then
we still remember our first rhyme.
Yeah, I still remember that shit.
Real writers know your first fucking rhyme.
I probably repeated that shit 1 billion times. I thought I was hot shit when I was 9.
Because we wanted to replicate that shit. I want to be able to say, "Yo, on the spot, I got you."
Remember, we had a family. Long story. I'm gonna make this short, but we had a family gathering a week after, a family gathering up in the Bronx. We all had dinner and all that shit. They was and my cousin was like, "Yo, rapping for everybody. Rap what you rap." And then I remember just watching everybody's facial expressions while we was rapping our little rhymes. They was they loved it. They was like, "Y'all gotta keep going, y'all gotta keep going." And then from that moment, we kind of just fell in love with it. and we never stopped writing
Music
from
is
that
our
moment.
first love.
Well, I guess y'all already answered the next question.
Yeah.
All right,
What made y'all want to get serious? Y'all already answered it.
Yeah. Oh, what made it serious? We actually about to quit.
No, we did quit.
Yeah.
2019, we were done. We was like, man, fuck it, we not making no money from this shit. Like, fuck it, like, I don't care, this, that, and the third, I don't know too much about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like, you know, I had given it up. I put my hard drive to my computer and just said, fuck it. My little brother pulls up, he's like, yo, he's like trying to make beats. He's like, y'all want to make beats? So I get him like the whole setup, like the computer, the desktop, the fucking mini pad, all of that shit. Even bought him the program. Was like, all right, yeah, do you? I remember coming downstairs and playing my P5. This nigga walked up to me and was like, yo, what the fuck is all this shit on your hard drive? All this music you got in the stash.
Music.
What the fuck, bro? This shit should be out. I said, bro, man, fuck all that, man. I'm not making no money from it. He said, well, because you didn't put it out. I said, well, you know what? If you make me a whole album's worth of beats that I fuck with, I'll put it out. So when so I called my twin. I said, Joe, I'm about to do my research. Yeah.
I remember he called me on the phone, and I remember the first thing I said, fuck you, I don't give a fuck about rap. Like, fuck it, I'm already successful without this. Like, I don't really need
We don't need it.
And then he was like, but I said, but I love that we have from the beginning. He was like, I told him straight up, I said, look, if you really want to go full-fledged into this shit, you want to go hard in this shit and really captivate people, I said, as long as we go about it the legitimate route and not on some mixtapes and just fucking put it out. I said, look, as long as you want to do it legitimate, like Apple Music, fucking all this crazy shit, so let's go ahead and knock it out that way.
So lo and behold,
And then,
so lo and behold, I fucking did my research.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
He did though.
everything free on the internet is fucking free. Knowledge is free on the internet. Google's free.
I gotta give respect due, because he definitely came back to me legitimate, like, yo,
We gotta do this,
and I was like, bet, fuck it, let's do it. And then here we are.
So the first tape. That's what made us keep going. We released the first tape, and how we did it. The track list tell a fucking story.
In order
of precedence. In order of precedence.
And the whole point was to make sure that we did something that no other artist has ever done. I told him, I said, that's the only way I'm gonna keep my passion in this shit.
Just do something nobody done.
Because I don't want to be just like that artist, this artist. I said, what can separate me from everybody?
That's
What can separate me from everybody? So what we did was, I mean, I ain't trying to make this long-winded, but long story short, I was like, what we did was he came up with a dope-ass idea, and I gave him roses with, you know what I'm saying, what he deserves. And he literally came up to me and said, yo, we could just make all our track lists that every song that we ever put out, we can make the track list in order, tell a story.
Yeah.
And that's how we started the whole
titles. And we do it with the album too.
Yeah, we do it with the album name, so it's a story within a story.
Yeah, that's what we mean by the double-sided story.
Right.
So
no,
like,
I'm over here.
Yeah, so like that's what we do. So like when we put that first joint out, and niggas went fucking cuckoo crazy for Inhale. Niggas was like, what the fuck? Lo and behold, fucking Busta Rhymes gets a fucking gets hip to the shit, reaches out to me in my DM. I'm like, the fuck? You talk about a Flatbush god?
Yeah, he a fucking legend.
That nigga's a Flatbush god. So like when he reaches out and he's like, yo, I'm gonna do a song review for you, da 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 da, and sent me the video, I was like, oh shit.
Shit live, yeah.
I was like,
shit, we did that off the first tape, shit.
Yeah,
I imagine where the fuck we going.
Exactly.
So being as though he did the song review first, what was his reaction to the song y'all sang?
He told us to keep going.
Fuck yeah. He was like, yo, he said, y'all got something crazy going right now.
Y'all got something, keep going. Yeah.
So, and that shit was like super motivation. And Fat Joe did the other one for what, Amongst Some Lies?
Yeah.
Crazy. So it was like, you know what? Then ever since then, we started doing like a lot of business behind the scenes.
Now, I'm gonna name some songs. Tell me, take the time y'all was on. What influenced y'all, and what emotion you had while recording?
What was the first part?
He said he gonna name some songs.
What influenced you? What type of time you was on? Basically, my name is song. Tell me, type of time you was on. What influenced you? And what emotion you had while recording?
I bet.
Boomerang.
Hey,
that's the emotion for you.
Yeah, that no shit. Hey,
that shit went crazy in high school, bro.
So Boomerang.
What?
The type of time we was on was we recorded that.
It was our first song recorded.
It was the first song we've ever recorded, like in an actual studio. And I think the time that we was on was we just wanted to prove that we can not only not only can we do it like rapping for you in person, but we can. That was the time that we was on.
So that energy was like that whole entire song was about energy, feeling, and putting like what we envisioned the song to sound like in it. So like literally, we was playing high school football at the time, and I'm making brief. High school football at the time, and like our coach, every time that we got tackled, every time that we did a highlight play, every time we did whatever, all you hear is boomerang to the fucking speakers. Niggas was hype as fuck.
He used to pull up the practice with that motherfucking song.
That used to
hype us up. Like, oh shit, my coach is fucking blazing my shit. Like that's tough.
And like when it got popular in high school, like every time they would see us and say what's up, the niggas would be reciting lyrics to us. So like that shit motivated.
Frozen Summer.
Ooh. I'd say what was the
Frozen Summer.
Frozen Summer.
Oh shit. That was a time that we was on. That was a dark place in our lives as far as like
my great grandmother just died.
Yeah, but we
sorry to hear that.
You know what I'm saying? The niggas that we was with, they wanted to make a music video to that song.
Yo, that was the mannequin challenge, dog.
So we did a mannequin challenge before the mannequin challenge popped off. I wanted to ask Smurf if he still got that video, because that video.
I tried to find that.
Because that video was like, in the video we was rapping our lyrics.
My cousins, my brother Smurf in New York.
So the nigga used to run around with the camcorder, and we was all in the studio. A couple people was playing dominoes, but they was all frozen.
Yeah.
And then as we come by rapping, we'll tap them, and then they start playing the shit. And it was crazy.
It was fire. Like that was the first mannequin challenge. So when I saw the mannequin come out, I was like, bro, we did that shit back in high school. Yeah. Fuck y'all.
But that was the time. It was just a dark time in my life, talking about the females we was fucking with and situations like that. But yeah,
no competition. Even though it's kind of
self-explanatory. When we realized
self-explanatory.
No,
I realized that was actually pretty good. Because I mean, we was just having fun with it. You know what I'm saying? Doing the you know what I'm saying, the rapping and just having fun with it. I think the biggest thing is we like to have fun with it. But I felt like at that time that we was so far ahead lyrically. With lyricism, delivery.
And that was because of War. Shout out to Jay War. Shout out to War.
Yeah, shout out to War, because he challenged us. He challenged us in
lyrically.
In lyricism, because before the competition, you could kind of hear our bars. It was kind of like childish in a way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that one was more like, all right, I could throw with some big dogs.
It was like
that's how we felt.
Yeah.
That's how I felt.
No, we're caught. And I segue on that only because like that the feeling behind that was like, yo, we really fucking nice. Like, we're really fucking nice.
The only person I'm in competition with was that nigga.
Verbal judo all motherfucking day, son. So like, it was like that. So
it's pretty dope.
That's how we felt about
that.
Love at Kennedy Fried.
Love at Kennedy Fried. So
shout out to that coming out soon.
Yeah, that's coming out soon.
We had fucking fun with that. That was a fun record.
Yeah, Love at Kennedy Fried was me and Trey. We was actually driving to a chicken spot, and I remember on the drive he's like, yo, this beat fire, yo, we gotta kick it. So I remember
shout out to E. Jones.
He played the beat, and I was like, oh shit, this shit done. It reminds me of Kennedy Fried, because back in the day, we used to always in Brooklyn. We used to always go to fucking Kennedy Fried Chicken.
That's the cover. Yeah.
That same Kennedy Fried Chicken, the one that you see on the cover.
Albany and Avenue B. If you know, you know.
So we used to always go to that one chicken spot. You know what I'm saying? It'd be always some bitches out there. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas that we know around the way. Everybody always go to the chicken spot.
Hood.
You know what I'm saying? In the hood. So like that vibe to me was like when he played the beat in the car. I remember I was listening to it. I was like, I remember I just thought about creatively coming up with chicken, but talking about a female at the same time, and we just killed that idea.
They killed the idea, and it's funny. I came onto the shit because y'all niggas played this shit to me late. So when they played it for me in the studio, I'm freestyling my entire fucking verse at the end, which I was joking with it. It was a joke, but it turned out like tough as fuck. Like, and I was like, oh shit, this is different. Like, it's cool. So, shout out to Trey, Brothers Anonymous shirt.
Word.
Shake it.
Oh, shake it. You talking about Then She Came?
Alright, so Then She Came. We got challenged.
When you hear the song, it
says shake it. You say shake it a lot.
Yeah, you say shake it a lot.
Which a fucking matter of fact, speaking of that, A&R reached out to me from what was it? I think it was Enscope. She was like, "Oh, this is dope, blah blah. Why you should rename the song to Shake It?" I said, "No. You don't understand what we're doing, and I don't expect you to."
Told you.
Our track list is a fucking story.
It's a story. We're telling a story.
Read it from beginning to end. Don't ask us what the fuck the names is, because it's not going to give you the idea what the fuck the song is.
I've heard that criticism.
When you do something that's so fucking different and outside of the box, people expect one thing when you hear a song title. You go, "Oh, I hear a song title, man. I have an idea what the fuck this song is." Don't do that with us. We're going completely against the grain.
Don't look at the track title and think that that's what the song is about.
Yeah, you're gonna
We're
going to surprise you.
Yeah, we want to add that element of, all right, not only am I going to read this, but what does the title mean?
Yeah.
And then what does the song mean? Two different things. You know what I'm saying? So
last thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
So last thing, it also focuses on like our ability to change the idea. Like, what do you normally do when an artist release a fucking track list? What do you normally do?
Look at the title of the name.
Look at the title.
You already judge what the song is about.
Who's on it?
Exactly.
But that's it.
And the production.
Right. You're looking at the production. You're looking at the features, and you're looking at how long the project is.
Yeah.
It's never about what the fuck the song name is.
No,
We're changing that.
Yeah.
We're changing
We're
that.
trying to change that landscape. But to answer your question, Then She Came record, the feeling behind it was we were challenged by a castle, which we don't call them fans, we call them castle. We part of the castle. So we were challenged by somebody in our castle and said, hey, I don't think you can make a club record.
Yeah.
So we was like, bet. We always up for the challenge, you know what I'm saying? Especially we feel, creatively, you know what I'm saying, creatively challenged.
We've done it before.
Yeah, which we've done it before, but they didn't know that. So we was like, fuck it, we can do something, and that's what came out of it.
And the last one, She
That
Made
shit
Heaven
was
Fall.
crazy too. Ooh.
She Made Heaven
That
Fall. That's
whole
the album.
That's the album.
That's a whole album. So that album's
coming out.
That album's coming out January 14th on our birthday. You already know. That whole album is lyrically bar heavy.
It's a bar fest, bro.
Flow ridiculous.
It's a bar fest.
The fucking straight bangers. Like people with us. You can get two sides of us. You can get some real hip hop kind of like 90s feel, but then you also can get that nowadays this right in your face type shit. And
Like
that's what we're coming with.
some little baby shit with bars.
Yeah, we can do this
I'll let
shit.
you roll.
We can definitely do it. We want to, show that we can, rap bar for bar with
Anybody.
Right.
And I think that album is really going to prove
Anybody.
that.
Real
Sure.
shit. That's what's up. Now, what about y'all having a dog kennel?
Or what?
A dog kennel.
I thought about it. My dog is worth a lot of money. He comes from a champion breed. I thought about like breeding him, but I'm gonna wait a little bit. I'm giving it a little bit of a thought. I'm not gonna have it. I'm not gonna go.
I'm 50-50 with it because I definitely want one of the pups. I ain't gonna front.
I bet you
My
do.
wife is not like, she doesn't
Yeah.
like dogs and pets in the house and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean. But when you show up with a little puppy, somebody you can be very captivated with that.
Is it that?
Your mom?
Is it that because of the military that you feel like y'all smoke cigars and not weed?
Nah.
We were on weed heavy.
I used to smoke all day.
Like, but the problem is we looked around at our environment, and that kind of shaped who we were at the time. Like, who we were at the time, because you change every day.
And advantage though, y'all used to smoke. When was y'all first time smoking? And if y'all first time smoking, did y'all get caught? And if so, how?
First time we smoked, nah. Fuck it.
That's a fucking great question.
Cheverly, Maryland.
I got it. All right.
Cheverly, Maryland.
So the time we was doing Cheverly, Maryland, I remember I went around the corner. We went to my homeboy's
This bitch crib.
Yeah, this bitch. Yeah.
Three bad bitches.
God,
bro.
oh my! I remember.
If I ever see y'all again, just know.
Bro, let's not make the story that long. Let's not make the story that long. So look, we was
All three of y'all. All three of y'all.
I think it was like, I gotta say we was 12.
Oh my God, in the Birdman voice, dog.
I think we was 12.
Back in that.
We was about 11. We was like 12. I think it was 12 when I smoked my first time. We went over there. I remember I smoked my first blunt. I was high as a motherfucker. We ended up walking to the store.
No, Shorty gave you a shotgun, nigga.
Yeah, I remember that. But I wasn't trying to go into the nigga.
All right, we're not going to the details. Fuck that.
But anyway, so I remember when I
this.
smoked, we got fucking lit. I remember we went to the store, bought a whole bunch of shit.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? A bunch of snacks. Ended up eating all the snacks on the way home.
Talk about the spaghetti, dog.
Bruh, I'm about to get So, funny shit about the spaghetti, right? When we walk in the crib, my stepmother ended up making like spaghetti or whatever. And I remember I walked in and I was like, yo, I'm hungry as fuck.
No nigga, you looked at me, no, you looked at me and said, just like this, he goes, spaghetti boss. And nigga took his hand, bro.
I took my hand, and I don't even use the
Yo,
utensils.
scooped it in
I
the
scooped it in my hand and I dropped it in my plate. That's all I remember. That's all I remember, bro.
I'm looking at this.
That's all I remember, bro.
It's 4K.
High, bro. I was like, grabbing shit, putting it in my plate. I remember I ate the whole plate in the kitchen.
I want you to
all
understand.
I know is I went to the room. I didn't even realize how messy I was.
Oh my God.
I didn't realize
Spaghetti
how
was
messy I
everywhere in the kitchen.
I remember my stepmother came upstairs. She was like, oh my God. And I remember she walked downstairs and got my father.
Oh, this
the nigga came
hot.
upstairs. The nigga came upstairs.
was hot.
Oh, y'all little motherfuckers come in. Bro, I remember when I walked in there, I kind of like immediately almost got sober a little bit because I walked in there.
Yeah, no. The spaghetti.
We look, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. It gets worse, bro. It gets worse.
It gets worse.
I walk in there, and mind you, my older brother there, it looked like a murder scene. There was spaghetti in the blinds. There was spaghetti everywhere, bro. In my mind, I was like, yo, how the fuck did I do that?
Like you three.
Yes, bro. I didn't even. My first time, what? Oh, bro. I remember I looked at it. I was like, yo, there's no way. How the fuck did it get on the scene?
How?
And I'm like, shit, I'm my mind blown. I'm like, yo, nigga. Oh,
First of all, it was like the first time I got high. I don't know what it was, but like there was blanks of gaps of time missing.
Yeah,
I just remember we walking down the street laughing. Then the second time I remember being on some random niggas porch, open this fucking screen and I'm pissing. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Then out of nowhere, there's a gap of time missing. I just remember running through the woods like, oh shit, everybody's running. Bro, it was wild. And then the spaghetti shit. This nigga looks at me. I want to pick this picture. Nah, we gotta pick this picture. This nigga looked at me and said, spaghetti monster. I grabbed the fucking spaghetti.
I was just being funny. I didn't put it in my face. I just grabbed it and put it on my plate. I didn't know I got this shit everywhere. I got this shit everywhere. I remember, shout out to my older brother, yo. So my older brother was there. And mind you, the whole time my father ripping us a new one, bro. I'm just sitting there like, fuck.
He took the rap.
Yo, my older brother, he was like, motherfucker, I know you did this out of spite. I was just sitting there as like a whole young sucker. I was like, shut the fuck up. The heat's not on me right now. But I ain't gonna cap though. He took the rap. He was like, he did. Whatever. He went in there, cleaned all of it up. But when he walked into my room, he looked at me and said, nigga, you high. He said, motherfucker, you old. He was like,
Big Bro actually did.
Big Bro was like, you fucking old.
Did you ever repay him for that favor?
We didn't get the chance to.
I never got a chance to.
Yeah, we got the chance to.
Oh yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. After you see that, be expecting.
Yeah, he probably like, hey nigga, you owe me, nigga. You fucking owe me, nigga. I'm like, yeah, I do. I do owe
y'all
me.
ever had edibles?
Yeah, I had
What
one
was y'all
time.
first time edibles?
Nah, that shit fucked me up, bro.
Fuck yeah, bro.
And I might even go into details.
Vegas?
That shit,
I'm gonna say
there.
Vegas.
That's the one thing I probably won't do is eating more edibles because it gives you a different high and it lasts so much fucking longer, bro.
But
that shit give you
but that's because
last
it's like
longer.
food. All right, say man, you know how when somebody keep eating and you get full,
Yeah,
your body, you know how you know how the food got to decompose unless it's real bad waste. It got decomposed and it's sitting and we wind up going to the bathroom. It's the same with edible. If it's made right and everything else, it take longer to kick in. So once it registers with your brain and your body and your cells and shit, once it do that, it sits and then it hits you.
For a week.
And then to that you just
For
want
a
to trip.
fucking week.
Yeah, I was high for like 4 days.
Bro, I was like a week. I was like, this is crazy.
He still remember that, y'all.
Oh my
He's
God.
scared of it now.
I was shifting. I was like, the whole world is shifting, bro, for like a week. It was wild crazy. I was like, you know what?
How you go to sleep, wake up still high? That's the edible.
Oh yeah, I did it.
Yeah, hell yeah, that shit
One
goes
of the
high.
dudes who was on here, he got an edible brand called Dreams. He brought a half ounce of the rainbow browns. He rolled it all in one blunt. He smoked it here. Then he had the fruity pepper cake, it was infused, the sour starburst gummy edibles, the strawberry donuts with the sprinkles, the muffins, the cookies, and then he had
1,000. He's on 1,000.
It was another edible he had, and then he brought the infused seafood salad, and he made the infused hot pockets.
So he had 8. What is that? Did you count 6 different foods that he had that was infused?
No, I counted the treats, and then I counted foods in between.
Yeah, you said 4 treats, and then you said two meals.
That nigga brought up.
All right, so basically he had the half ounce of rainbow runs.
Right.
He rolled it all in one blunt and smoked it here.
Okay.
Then he everything else is infused after this. The fruity pebble cake, the sour starburst gummy edibles, the strawberry donuts with the sprinkles, the cookies, the muffins. What else? It was another one, and then he had the infused seafood salad.
7?
Infused seafood
7
salad.
with a blunt?
And hold up.
Savage.
And then we had the infused hot pockets.
That nigga's a savage.
8? But listen, we didn't eat all of them.
Yo, salute to you, bro. You a savage.
We didn't eat all of them at once, but he brought him there because that type of shit he make. And then he make the infused pizza and all that other shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But
Crazy.
he got a whole lot of shit.
That's crazy.
With that for real, I had the infused seafood salad and strawberry donuts. Strawberry donuts, I'm not gonna lie, that shit is so good and so potent. It's to the point where you don't want to eat the sprinkles, bro.
Oh shit.
Like it's to the point where you know how sprinkles might fall off. No, you want them sprinkles.
Really?
You want them sprinkles.
That's
you ain't
crazy.
them out.
That's crazy.
The infused seafood salad. That shit's so good, bro. It's hard for me to sleep in insomnia. I ate that shit and had one of the best sleeps of my fucking life. Woke up still hot.
That's crazy.
Bro, I have nightmares all the time. So
off the container of the seafood salad, and that's a regular container of the infused seafood salad.
damn.
And then we had the infused hot pot, because that shit was right too. He brought the oven, he brought the pan, the mix. I mean the sauce, the cheese, the pepperonis, and he brought what else? And the little plates for it and shit.
That's tough.
But he made it live on camera.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But to answer your initial question, like the reason why we don't smoke weed is because I'm West Indian, bro. Everybody on a certain side of my family smokes, bro.
I grew up smoking. So
I grew up smoking, so like literally like we reached a point where in our adulthood it was like, yo, hold on a second. Can we pay attention to the lives of the people who were doing that consistently? And they weren't living the lives that we wanted to live. So we was like, you know what? Let's fall back. And then when we joined the army, it forced it. So when the chaplain, you know, I was in Afghanistan, I was going through a hard time, I was smoking blacks heavy. So like, you know.
I'm glad I stopped smoking now.
Yeah, bro. So I don't smoke blacks no more.
I ain't smoked blacks since 2015.
I'm gonna tell you when I stopped smoking blacks. I stopped smoking blacks in Afghanistan because I was cheaping them heavy. I was buying like packs and packs and packs. And then I was like, you know what? I'm stressed the fuck out because fucking war zone. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how to deal with your nerves. Like,
and you can't leave.
Yeah, you can't leave. It's not like I'm gonna take a bus and go fuck home. Like, nah, bro, you here. Enjoy. So like, yeah, like
get codes.
Yeah, enjoy. Here's your gun and your fucking vest. Enjoy. So like, my chaplain comes over to me and he on a random tip, he ordered like 60 cigars.
Right.
And I've never had a cigar before in my life. So when he comes up to me, he's like, yo, come out here, this, that, and the third. Yo, we smoking cigars, we just laughing, we polying, this, that, and the third. And I had my first cigar. And when I had my first cigar, he taught me how to smoke the cigar, and he also had liquor with the cigar. In Afghanistan, I shouldn't have said that. Fuck.
Anyway, no questions.
We're gonna see past that. Either way, he taught me how to fucking have a cigar the right way.
Right.
And he taught me how to pair it with the cigar, depending on what you're drinking. And he taught me the whole science behind it. And I was like, first time I tried it, it gave me a buzz that I can control. Don't feel overly intoxicated, and it made me feel the way I wanted to feel when I'm high.
Right.
So ever since then, I was like, yo, I don't need to smoke weed, but I don't fault the niggas. I got Rastas in my family.
Right.
Salute to all the Rastas in my family, but
everybody still smokes.
yeah, everybody still smokes. So
You know, granted, now will I still dive in every now and then?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, nah, I shouldn't. You know what I mean?
Right. Now, y'all got any questions for me?
yeah, bro. What made you start your podcast?
I swear, every time you put in, believe niggas ask me this question.
I have to ask you only because I'm expecting a different answer this time, or at least one that's going to dive in deeper.
I got a question too, though.
No, it's definitely different. For one, I watch podcasts on my downtime besides doing a lot of other shit. So with that, I love watching them. And then I'm like, all right, because I still do the music first. I started on music first.
Yeah.
And I still...
By the way, shout out to Davo.
Yeah, definitely shout out to Davo. I'm going to bring him up too. Man,
Executively produced.
He's a GOAT.
Yeah, executively.
A real GOAT.
He fucking, bruh, executively produced.
He coming on here too.
On this fucking album.
Yeah, he come.
Every beat is this nigga's beat, and he mixed and mastered every single one.
Listen, the last 3-4 projects I did, it was all Dave, all his beats, everything. We executive produced it together. But
yeah, shout out to Baltimore and this nigga, man.
But back to your to answer your question, like I said, I watch podcasts on my downtime, and I still do the music shit. So I was like, all right, I can see me being the guy that's interviewed on these bigger platforms with these podcasts. And I said, no, fuck that. I can see me being the person that interviews everybody else. So I said,
that niche.
So I can do that. And that was before I even figured out it was a niche. I just knew it was something else I wanted to do. And then with that, I was like, don't nobody really focus on stories like that. Everybody half-assed, sugarcoat it, don't really get into it, or even just play with it, or rush it.
Right.
So I'm like, if I'm going, I'm gonna focus on the stories. And if I'm gonna tell the stories, I'm gonna do it like I do anything else, go to the fullest. So I'm really good with it. Then I'm like research. Don't nobody really focus on that shit. Like, and I'm talking deeply research. Like I done had guests on here.
Salute to the intro, bro. That shit caught me off guard. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna say that live on camera. That shit caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting him to do that much research.
He did a lot of research.
Love is love, yo. That's a Brooklyn term. Love is love.
Oh yeah, it definitely is. And then I'm like, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do that to the fullest too. Like it's to the point I had some guests, and I'm really from the streets, still in the midst of the streets trying to get out. But in the midst of that, like with that, I done had other artists compare me to the feds. Off of research.
Why?
Off of research.
That's crazy.
Off of research.
Off of research.
And it's free game, yo.
And it been more than one. And not only because don't nobody else do it or really give a fuck about it.
Word.
Right.
Like truly, genuinely give a fuck about it.
Yeah, they come with their pre-scripted already built up. And that's why I say like, yo, salute to you, bro.
Yeah,
like
bro,
that's big shit, bro.
This is
That's big shit, bro.
That's
I'm not gonna hold
a
you.
6 book.
That impresses me.
Word.
Yeah, that
So
right
every
there.
guest I had on my podcast from March 20th of last year up until today.
I respect that.
And then I'm like, at the same time, I don't like. It's a lot of podcasts that drink. A lot of people that drink. I'm not a drinker. Like I can hold my liquor, but I'm not usually a drinker. So I'm like, all right, I'm a stone. I'm a smoker. We ain't really got no shows for that. They really dedicate to that shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I'm a do it and be the first one. So that's how it worked out.
Word.
And then introductions. Don't nobody really focus on them. They half-ass it. The shit cool. And I'm taught a lot of podcasts and radio people when they got their interfaces and everything else, they use the drum pads or the MPC pads to go ahead and put their little effects at the end, like hand claps and air horns and everything else.
Yeah.
That shit phony, bro. Alright, it's fine for certain shit, but
I agree.
to put that introduction, no, bro. That's half-assing.
Yeah.
Like you're not really doing shit.
Respect.
So
I want to give you your flowers now because I know we've been busy as fuck, but salute to you, bro.
Already, bro.
Because this fucking podcast, I was like, yo, this is a priority to me. I told him to. I was like, yo, bro,
That's what's up.
we're pulling up, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Rain, sleet, hell, snow. I'm sorry that we were late. Traffic was crazy.
It happens,
But-
shit. I ain't even gonna lie. I had one at 4. Shout out to King Mike's. I had him at 4, and I was late due to traffic.
Yeah, shit.
And it's my show, and I'm never late.
Right.
So with that shit, I know
This
shit
man,
happens.
hey, this man deserves his goddamn flowers.
Word.
But
Facts.
I just be staying focused, bro, and having a blueprint and vision for it. And then at the same time, another reason why it works is because I put myself in everybody's shoes, like of being the owner, to being a host, to being the people who own the show, to being the people who don't know shit about the show, the people who get referred or suggested about the show, or who just run across it, and how everybody can benefit, how everybody sit here and stay locked in with it and won't leave, or even on the tip of how somebody might run away and how I can keep them there.
Right.
So
That's
it'll never go off.
That's huge. So like literally, you wearing multiple hats.
Yeah.
Man, this man deserves his goddamn flowers.
But I've been doing that though. I still do the music act. I write movies. I do film production. I direct. I shoot shit. And the podcast and a lot of stuff.
Hey, I will say this last thing, yo. No cap.
I do got a question.
Just a joke.
Yeah.
I will say this last thing. A little known fact that maybe very, very few people know. We write poetry, spoken word, scripts,
That's where it started
movies,
first.
comedy, everything. It's yeah, bro. Like
helps with lyricism too.
Yeah, it helps with lyricism. Like a lot of concepts when you say like where a lot of the concepts for our songs come from because we thrive on staying on topic. So if we do a song, it has to be about something. We have to be talking about something or going in a direction to be able to elaborate on.
Yeah.
The 5 core fundamentals, right before I get to your question, the 5 core fundamentals of hip hop of which we were witnessing at Soundview Park was MCing, DJing, graffitiing, b-boying, and the most important thing that these new niggas be fucking up on, knowledge.
Facts.
Do your fucking research.
Research is very important.
Salute to this man.
Now, and that's what any field or aspect you get, man. Even with starting a business, research is very important.
Yeah.
Now,
My bad.
Now go with your question.
Now the question I have for you, is there was a smoke podcast. What's your favorite herb, man?
Ooh.
What's your favorite shit?
I got a lot of them.
There you go.
I gotta ask.
Listen. I was gonna get into that with y'all, but once we got here with time, I was like, yeah. But cream savers, okay. Elite Red Hood, shit is in no order.
It's in order?
No.
Not all the
Okay, so yeah.
Pink Runts.
Okay, Ron's.
I heard about big ones.
Yeah, but it's all different types of
Pink
Runts.
Ron's?
Pink runs.
Pink ones, pink
Yeah,
ones, pink
the
ones.
real pink runs, like that real fresh batch.
Yeah.
Like it's cultivated right and everything else. Or you gonna smell it. You ain't gotta even smell it.
Straight gas.
Bag.
Yeah, you ain't. You fuck the bag. You ain't even gotta smell it when somebody rolls it up. Like when you smoking it, if it's the real shit, you're gonna smell it in the air.
Yeah.
Pink runs will overpower a lot of shit.
Word.
Let me see. Coffee cake. That's from Oakland.
Okay. Coffee cake.
What else?
I only heard that like once. Coffee
Yeah,
cake.
it's one time. I was with you when we heard that. Facts.
Now, how was y'all experience?
I fucking love this, bro. What, you kidding me? This is
I
the
mean,
shit.
I'm just asking because
Bro, this is the
you
shit.
you can have a vibe, but to know how somebody intentionally feel about something or any mental, you don't know. Nobody's in my reading.
Well, number one, me and this nigga, most authentic niggas in the world, bro.
No, real shit though.
We stand on one,
That's how it's
bro.
supposed to be.
We gonna tell you exactly how the fuck we feel, bro. I feel comfortable. I feel challenged. I feel fucking motivated.
Yeah.
I feel influenced. And I would recommend this motherfucking podcast to anybody. Enjoy. Motherfucker, come through and enjoy this. Like, you kidding me?
Hell yeah.
And then I ain't gonna lie,
Podcast is
if
work,
y'all
baby.
still had smoke weed, or this was a diving situation, I'm letting you know now, you will be high as a motherfucker. I'm letting you know that.
First of all, this nice ass cigar got me lit. I'm just being honest with you, but you know.
Hell yeah, man. Hey, how about this? Next time I come up on here,
Wait,
man,
we
I
gonna
got you.
talk to you. Yeah.
I got you.
Oh yeah, say
We
that.
got you, bro.
Facts.
Shit, let's
Word.
Be prepared.
Oh yeah, no cap. Shit.
It ain't called a smoke station for
Shit,
no
I
reason.
know.
It ain't just a picture of
I
no.
heard about coffee cakes.
No
Shit.
And I ain't gonna lie. That coffee kid, that shit potent. This shit.
That's what I'm saying.
One of my mans from Virginia, he don't smoke. He just drink.
Oh
And
shit.
he was smoking. I was smoking around him. It was only one blunt. And anytime I get a strain,
was
it
toasted.
burns dumb slow. Like I'm
God.
real
This
big
thing was
on
toasted.
the burn, the
Yeah.
potency, the ashes, everything. So with that, yo, the shit wasn't even nowhere near gone. Yo said, yo, that shit so strong, yo. Yo said that shit in my system. Yo said if I go for a jog and go do a piss test, I'm failing that. And he was dead ass serious.
Word.
Hey man, we gonna be legal soon, so fuck all
Oh
that.
yeah, no, we gonna be recreational in July. We legal now, but for recreational.
July, baby.
Yeah, July 2023.
Fucking salute.
And I'm Neeko Bond, your host with the Smoke Station where we smoke, be real, let you tell your story. Today we had special guests, both of the twins, and we out.
Word.
Absolutely.
Love is love.